last-minute measures that are being announced in order to curb the pollution problem that we face year on year. In fact, Radhika, you also have that situation in Mumbai now, but Delhi gets very bad this time of the year. Of course, the Chief Minister has announced that 99 teams will inspect private and government construction sites in Delhi to ensure the compliance with dust mitigation measures as GRAP 1, the stage 1 of the graded response action plan, kicks in as far as the national capital is concerned.
That's right, Divya. You know, in Mumbai, the situation is not as bad as it's been drizzling almost every evening. So the air quality is still moderate. It hasn't really slipped to poor category as is being seen in Delhi. So Delhi Chief Minister Divya there announcing anti-pollution measures. So many measures being announced, every year. This question really is smoke screen or a solution.
And to get more on this, we have Dr. Gurfran Baig joining us, as well as Bhavreen Kandari joining us to get us more on this. First, let's just go across to Dr. Baig. He is the chair, professor and founder of SAFAR. Very good morning, sir. When we talk about the situation as far as Delhi is concerned, do you think there's a wrong approach when it comes to the way things are handled? Should there be a change? What kind of approach should the government be taking in order to clean up Delhi's air? Is there anything wrong with the present approach that the NCAP has adopted so far?
Yeah, so good morning to all your viewers. The outlook of this year's air quality as far as North India is concerned seems to be quite grim because of the fact that now the climate change started interfering into the air quality distribution of Leh, and specifically the peaks which we see. Now, the important point here is that as expressed in the Express op-ed also, that La Nina is not yet set. That means the winds are going to be very slow in coming months. And then if the curb on the emissions are not taken properly, not done, then air quality is certainly going to be accumulated. Dispersion is going to be very less. And there is no chance that winds are not coming from the north-northwest where the Parali is being burned. So if it is being burned, it will certainly ready for the movement from there. That is one part of your answer of your question. The another part which I wish to mention here is that so far, the NCAP program is highly emission-centric as well as the place-centric. Yeah, it means that it is targeting states or even cities. And too much emphasis is given emission. Nothing wrong in that. One has to be in the first approach, emission. But then
scientifically, is there anything lacking when it comes to the approach of the government? Also when we talk about these certain measures that have kicked in as far as the GRAP 1 is concerned, when we talk about water sprinklers and other such measures, are they effective? Is it just a smoke screen that we've seen every year? Are they increasing the teams and really making a difference on the ground when it comes to these measures that are now going to be coming into play?
One thing that whatever water sprinkler or smoke guns which you see, their contribution of the dust is maximum PM10, where it is 45-50% of that. But then PM 2.5 is the most lethal one. We need to target the most important source, which is the transport sector. For that, only dust contributes something like 20 to 25% of in PM 2.5 emission. So that is something which is required. But I think too much emphasis on water sprinkling, dust is not going to solve the problem. Number one. Number two is, as I see, that not much of a scientific feedback seems to be getting into the actions which are being taken.
Mr. Baig, I'll take this question straight across to Bhavreen. Also, she's been waiting. Bhavreen Kandari. My question is, of course, many steps being announced, small steps, and some of them are, perhaps could lead to some sort of solution. But are they short-term measures? Will it lead to permanent solutions? This is what citizens ask. And how do these recent actions compare perhaps with previous efforts to combat air pollution in Delhi? And are there any successful models that perhaps Delhi can replicate from other cities globally?
Yes, I mean, I love that, the terms that I think we've been using for years, something like smoke screen, that is exactly, being said here. Thank you for saying it aloud. And, these last minute anti-pollution measures, like, 1 year they were calling it, of course, smog guns. Now this time it's drones going to come and mist spray. And, there's just new terms and new headlines that come in, which obviously are not going to make a difference because it is the root causes which have to be addressed. And the long-term planning is required. There are systemic changes which will make a difference. These quick fixes are only like, they are basically masks, put on the crisis, and of course, leaving millions of us, with these breathing problems, etc. So like Dr. Beg has, of course, put it there. The construction dust is one aspect, which is also needs to be addressed throughout the year. And we think that Delhi is only central Delhi and a little bit of southeast Delhi. But the moment you start leaving, a few going,
Right.
out about 15, 10 kilometers, Dwarka
Absolutely.
here and there are absolutely no measures. Every day there are, mothers and parents
Right.
that we work complaining, and there are no, the laws are not, put in place. So these are the, like I said, the systemic changes are, because I know it's a short of time. It's important now. We know that there are vacant posts in all the pollution boards in Delhi NCR. What is, so many years this is being pointed out. What stops us from bringing, when we don't have boots and officers on the ground? How will
Right,
these
not
violations?
enough is being done, Bhavreen. Kandari, thank you so much. I'm afraid we're completely out of time. And thank you so much, Dr. Beg, for joining us this morning.